Big news! If you or your parents rely on Social Security benefits, the 2025 raise might bring some financial relief. This year's cost of living adjustment, or COLA, could result in a bigger raise than we've seen recently. But what does this increase really mean for your family's budget? In today's video, we'll break down the numbers, explain how this raise works, and tell you exactly what to expect. If your parents need help understanding these updates, I'll also share some tips on how to walk them through the changes, because Social Security can be confusing, and it's essential to know how to make the most of it. Plus, stay tuned to the end for a bonus tip on stretching those extra dollars. Each year, the Social Security Administration adjusts benefits to account for inflation. This is known as the cost of living adjustment, or COLA. For 2025, the projected 3.2% increase will help recipients cope with rising prices. To give you some real numbers, if your parents receive the average Social Security benefit of $1,800 per month, a 3.2% raise means an additional $57 each month, bringing their new benefit to $1,857. That's around $684 more per year. So here's the first question. How do I explain the raise to my parents? Helping older adults understand Social Security changes can feel overwhelming, but a little guidance can go a long way. Here are some tips to explain the 2025 raise. First, start with the basics. Explain that Social Security benefits are adjusted each year to keep up with inflation. Second, use simple math. Walk them through what the 3.2% increase will mean for their specific monthly payment. Third, mention potential Medicare premium changes. Make sure they know that any increase in Medicare premiums might reduce the net amount they receive. Fourth, create a plan together. Help them decide how to use the extra cash, whether it's for medical bills, savings, or everyday expenses. The second question is, so how is the COLA calculated? COLA is based on the Consumer Price Index for urban wage earners and clerical workers. That's CPI-W, a government measure that tracks the cost of goods and services. The Social Security Administration compares CPI-W data from the third quarter of one year to the same period in the previous year. If prices rise, so do benefits. Let's take a look at recent COLA increases. In 2022, it was 5.9%. In 2023, it was 8.7%, one of the largest jumps ever, by the way. And in 2024, 3.2% as inflation begins to ease. This year's raise reflects more stable inflation, but it's still significant, particularly for those living on fixed incomes. Here's the third question. Who benefits from the 2025 raise? Several groups will benefit from the 3.2% adjustment, including retirees. Many older adults rely heavily on Social Security to cover essential living expenses. Disabled individuals. SSDI recipients will see an increase in their benefits. Survivors and dependents. Families receiving survivor benefits will also experience the raise. If your parents are receiving benefits, this raise can offer some much-needed financial relief. However, they should be prepared for potential increases in Medicare Part B premiums, which could offset some of the extra money. Next question is, how to help your parents plan for the raise. After helping your parents understand the numbers, it's essential to create a plan together. Here are some ideas to help them make the most of the raise. Idea number 1. Cover essential bills. Encourage them to use the increase for everyday costs like groceries or utilities. Idea number 2. Set aside a portion for health care. Rising medical expenses can quickly eat into budgets, so it's wise to plan ahead. Idea number 3. Build an emergency fund. Even a small amount saved each month can provide peace of mind over time. Idea number 4. Enjoy life. Remind them it's okay to spend some of the extra money on things they enjoy, like hobbies or family outings. If you're finding this video helpful, make sure to subscribe to Marica in the World for more important real-life advice. And one of your most important relationships is your parents, and this is how you can help them. And don't go anywhere, because I have a bonus tip at the end to help you and your parents make the most of this raise. Next question. What are the challenges your parents might face with the raise? Even with the COLA increase, some older adults may struggle to make ends meet. According to a recent survey by the Senior Citizens League, more than 60% of retirees reported difficulty covering essential expenses, even with recent COLA adjustments. Rising costs for food, utilities, and healthcare continue to put pressure on fixed-income households. It's also important to remind your parents that Social Security was never intended to replace their entire income. Financial experts recommend that Social Security benefits cover about 40% of pre-retirement income. The rest should ideally come from savings, pensions, or other investments. If your parents need additional help with budgeting, it might be worth sitting down with them to explore other income sources or saving strategies. So what's next for Social Security? The 2025 raise is locked in, but the long-term future of Social Security remains uncertain. Experts warn that without significant reforms, the Social Security Trust Fund could run out by 2033, leading to reduced benefits. That's why it's essential to stay informed and take steps now to manage finances wisely, whether it's for your own future or to help your parents stay on track. If this video gave you some clarity, go ahead and hit that like button and share it with someone who could use this information, maybe even your parents. And don't forget to subscribe to Marica in the World so you never miss another helpful update. Finally, here's that bonus tip I promised. Whether it's for yourself or your parents, consider automating a portion of the 2025 raise into a savings account or retirement fund. Setting aside even a small amount each month can add up over time. And by automating it, you won't have to think about it. This way, you or your parents can enjoy a little extra security for future expenses or emergencies. Thank you for watching. I hope this video helps you and your parents feel more prepared for the 2025 Social Security raise. Stay tuned for more real-life tips, and I'll see you next time on Marica in the World. Until then, take care and make every dollar count.